Welcome back to Fizzy 5. Today we will be looking for nits. I don't think we have nits.
We do,
but I'm not.
What we're
quite...
doing is we're talking about nits.
Yeah, and you've made it in.
Yeah. And I put it outside over there. No, tree thing because I'm right now a tree. This. We're gonna put this over our den. It'll match the window, so it'll be camouflaged into the window. So yeah. So guys, again, this is 20,000 centimeters long.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because centimeters is about.
So you just guessed.
No, I haven't.
Did you measure it?
I'm a genius.
You're a genius. Oh.
Yeah, I have a ruler goes up to the height limit of 2,100.
Okay, put your thumbs up and like this video if you would like Theo to do some tests to see how genius he is. Right, back to the nits.
Whoa! Bird!
Right, while Theo cleans that up, I will talk to you about the nits. Come and sit back down then. We've got 3 cushions.
Yeah.
So that Monty is sort of about a hand down from the sofa.
Yeah.
So that I'm not going to hurt my back. And he's got a towel, keep you dry. And I've got a tea towel and kitchen towel. And these are the things that you'll need. I highly recommend the Boots knit comb for £10. I know it's quite a lot, but it's got all these little bits which take out the eggs of nits.
Yeah,
now this technique might not work for everybody because nits seem to just be particularly prone to some people's hair. I don't know if it's to do with hormones or not, but this works for us. Every week I wash the children's hair with this, and then they use this conditioner. And we do this every Sunday night. I don't get it then. Sunday nights every week if they have nits. If I'm worried that they're going to get nits, I use this spray, which is a leave-in conditioner, and it really smells strongly of tea tree, which isn't very nice, but well, it depends if you like tea tree or not. I've also got a spray with just water, a bowl with just water, so that I can wet Monty's hair and wash my hands. This has nearly run out, so I've added water to it so that I can use it as a spray bottle as well. And this is how I check for nits or denit if we have nits. And I basically spray his whole head over.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah.
You just have to make sure it's wet everywhere. And I quite often use a big dollop of this because it helps the comb go through really easily. And we have a bit of Unspeakable gaming on the telly to keep them occupied. And then this is why I have a towel, because it gets very wet and messy. And then we just brush through. And it's very important that you brush through from lots and lots of different angles, because the knit's very good at hiding. So we go forwards and backwards, and normally if they have got knits, I normally do one brush, wipe, brush, wipe, but at the moment I don't think they have got nits, so I'm not too worried. But if I see one, obviously I will do it differently. And then again, up, across. And you just basically you need to make sure that you get the whole head. The whole head. Okay, I think we're pretty much done. I haven't found any in Monty's hair. There's dandruff, like cradle cap, and some dirt, because he's a boy. Well, although the girls get just as dirty. Nits look like tiny little bugs. Tiny little black bugs. Really hard to see, and I think they have 6 legs. The eggs are like teardrops, and they stick to the hair. So if you get white on the hair and you flick it like that, if it comes off, it's just dandruff. If it stays on and you have to really pull it out then and look at it, I mean there isn't anything there because he hasn't got anything, and you have a look at it, it looks a tiny bit like a teardrop, and it's normally stuck to the hair pretty hard. So you just have to keep going until you've got until your comb is coming clean every time you're brushing through, and then you wait 3 days and do exactly the same again, and then wait 3 days and do exactly the same again. Basically they hatch out every 3 days.
Water, yeah.
So I can wash my hands. There we go. So the nits hatch out every 3 days, and if you brush it through, then if you've missed any and you do it in 3 days, then any that have hatched out you'll get before they've laid any more eggs. And then do it in 3 days again just to really check. And then if you continue to use these things, it really helps. Well, it's helped mine anyway. I can't guarantee it'll help everybody, but if you use those and continue to check every now and then, especially if they're itchy. Obviously when you're doing more than one child, make sure you really clean the nit comb. I put mine in the dishwasher, and if I'm doing multiple children in one night, I normally put boiling water over it to try and kill anything that might be in there that I can't see because they're so tiny. Now it'll be Theo's turn. It needs to be pretty wet when you're doing it because it makes it easier for the comb to go through, and very conditionery, otherwise you get a lot of ow. And also the conditioner stops the eggs and the nits from staying inside the hair, so it really helps. So just loads and loads of conditioner when you're doing it. I quite often put that spray conditioner in and then leave it for 10 minutes if they have got nits, because it seems to kind of kill them or sort of make them sleepy or something, and then it's a lot easier to get them out. But it seems like it takes 10 minutes to work. So then he's clear, and you can see there's no white. When you have nits, you normally see at least one white egg. It just looks like a bit of dandruff, and if you have lots of nits, then you will see lots and lots of white. And can't see anything, and nothing came out.
Ready? Yeah. Take your stuff in. It's all done. Cold bread.
You can see that this looks like an egg. Won't come off when I move it. It's a little bit like a teardrop. You can see how it's sticking to the hair, and you can see another one there. So we're going to have a good go on this one. See, I'm pretty sure that's an egg. You see how tiny it is. It looks tiny bit like a teardrop. It looks. And the interesting thing is, when you get them in the comb, when you go like this, the comb doesn't make a noise. But if you have the eggs in there, it sort of crunches a little bit. So you tend to know that there are eggs in there. So I'll keep going and see if I can see any more.